It is showtime. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a fresh episode of the Corn Republic podcast. My name is Shora Bhattacharya. Finders, keepers, losers, weepers, a lot of people on the internet nowadays trying to change this old adage in their own unique way, specifically in the context of this podcast using digital letter technologies. Well, today's podcast, we will try and understand how Web3 and emerging technologies could solve, give us creative solutions to already existent, not so creative problems. In the entrepreneurial spirit of them all, I will try to extract all the structures that goes within these new startups, the technologies they use, the teamworks, the organizations that they build. So it's going to be a handful. So I would suggest you all to skip through the videos, including according to the timestamps, and get what you want to get out of this podcast, just like always. Make sure you subscribe to the video, share, and comment your favorite portion down there in the comment section down below. Today, I am joined by the CMO of Trezor, Mr. Oshuike Henry, all the way from Nigeria. He's going to let us know how his venture is disrupting the industry of lost and found with the help of Web3. Welcome to the screen, Mr. Henry.
Thank you for having me.
So, all the way from Nigeria, where are you joining me from exactly? Laos or where else?
No, I'm joining you from the eastern part of Nigeria.
Fantastic. You guys have a dynamic team. It's a young team. It's what Web3 represents. I just want to ask right off the bat, could you tell our viewers what Trezor is all about right in the beginning?
Okay. Well, thanks for having me. As you already said, mentioned about lost and found, finders, keepers. Trezor is the first global lost and found network based on blockchain technology. And our mission is to connect people with their lost belongings, no matter where they are. So you know how frustrating it can be to lose something important, whether it's a passport, a key, a phone, a beloved watch, asset. So that's what we are trying to create here in Trezor, to make the finding of lost items easier, faster, and more reliable.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a chain of finders wherever you are in the world. You only need to download the Trezor app, sign up. No payment is needed. Everything is free. The onboarding process is seamless and it's super easy to log into. You just need to download the app, which is available both on iOS and Android. And you don't need any initial setting up or cryptocurrency wallet or to deposit any funds to access Trezor. You only need to create an account and you're ready to go to use our service. We don't require any personal information from our users. So when it comes to our onboarding process, it is designed to be as user-friendly as possible. So even someone that's not tech savvy can access the platform, make use of the platform. All you need to do is when you log into the app, and let's say, for example, you lost your watch and you are looking to get it back, just need to download the Trezor app, upload a picture of that particular watch you are looking to regain or you lost on the platform. Then start the vicinity where you lost. Let's say you are in Paris or in France and you lost it or somewhere in Paris. You tag the vicinity, the specific area where you lost the item in Paris. Then Trezor now we will now reach out to our finders on that particular vicinity. Then initiate the finding process where they search for your lost items. So the lost item is found. Our platform, Trezor, sends out a notification to the user who, let's say you that lost the item, to notify you that your item has been found.
Mm-hmm.
So, once they are more, firstly, before we notify you, we need to search our database to ensure that particular lost items has not already been found and is not on the database already.
Hmm.
So if we search through the database and the particular lost item is not there, now we have to reach out and notify our finders on that particular vicinity. Then the search commences. Once the search is found, they notify us and we cross-check the particular information you sent at Trezor on the app
Hmm.
to make sure, to ensure that the recovered item is the same as the item you uploaded
Gotcha.
to avoid fraud, theft, and mistaking of belongings.
With that
Once the
picture.
database confirms the match, we notify the poster, the user that posted the lost items, via
Uh-huh.
a push notification, which they can get on their app or
Hmm.
via their mobile browser if they're accessing Trezor through their mobile browser or through the Trezor official app. Then the finder is also notified about the match, that
Okay.
the lost item found is the exact match of the user.
Hmm.
Now,
Hmm.
Trezor now establish communication between the
Hmm.
two,
Okay.
where they can
Gotcha.
discuss about the exchange.
I do have a lot of follow-up questions regarding it. Let's start with the database and the community. I mean, your database needs to have a unique community, right? And this community is something that you're building, right? You
Yeah.
have built it on your own system. This isn't Web 2 guys who register their lost and found on, let's say, a government portal or any other portal, or they go to the police station and register. You don't get data from that and put it in your database, correct? This is an ecosystem within Unity that you're building.
Yes. Like I said, it is a lost and found network that is built in the blockchain technology. So
Hmm.
we already have the database there.
Hmm.
We also work with traditional finders. Like we also reach out to restaurants, public public transport companies, railway, even the police and bus
Hmm.
stations to
Hmm.
also recover lost items
Hmm.
and update it on our data on our database. We have finders
Hmm.
that goes through these means to recover lost items, upload it on the database, and we store the
Hmm.
lost items on our vault.
Hmm.
So wherever a user uploads a particular item on the app or on the server to initiate a finding that yes, I lost this, I'm looking to get this. We now search our database to ensure the lost items has not already been found. If it's not,
Hmm.
that is when we will now initiate the finders to look for it.
Gotcha, gotcha. So, how did you decide to, like, what sort of Web3 use cases are you using to solve this problem? Because as far as I'm concerned, I do realize there are a lot of Web2 companies who are doing similar stuff, right? Using Web2 technology. So they're just building a community. So what sort of Web3 utilities are you using to build this?
But when it comes to Web2 in general, there is always the issue of data privacy,
Mm,
which is a huge concern.
mhm,
So in Trezor, we use a secured vote, a secured database, which is also transparent. That is why we are using the blockchain technology.
okay.
So which is also transparent in general. So so our main aim here is to build transparency where is that? In the sense that our users knows the kind of information we are getting from them,
Hmm.
why we need them, and how we use them.
Hmm. And
So
can I may I
there
ask
is
may I
load
ask
feeding.
quickly? Sure.
Okay.
May I ask quickly what blockchain have you built this on? Solana, Ethereum, what blockchain,
So,
what layer one have you built it on, or do you have your own layer one blockchain?
so it's built on Polygon.
Polygon. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, Polygon
Polygon.
is quite hand. Like every major brand is using Polygon. Any particular reason why you chose to build it on Polygon?
First, like I said, it's about security and scalability
Mm.
because
It is
we
scalable.
tend to be global, which we are working on now with our roadmaps, business model, and which our strong team members are working on. So it's all about security, which is very vital in the crypto space, security, transparency, and scalability. That is why we choose the Polygon for this.
Gotcha. No, it's interesting, and let's dive into your personal experiences a little bit, trying to get to know the team members. So you had a long journey in the cryptoverse, as we call it. You worked as a metaverse, DeFi, or a crypto writer for a long time. You were also a content strategist at CryptoScat, currently CMO at Trezor. How has your journey been till this day?
That's a very nice question. Well, as a crypto writer, because I started as a crypto writer, my journey has been nothing short of incredible. I'll use the word incredible because the world of crypto and blockchain technology is constantly evolving. And I have had the privilege of witnessing and writing about exciting projects over the years. So during my first time as a content strategist at CryptoScat, yeah, I worked with some of the most brilliant minds in the crypto space, where where my role was to create engaging, informative content that helped educate and inform readers about the intricacy of blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, and the potential use cases in general. So I enjoyed my role at CryptoScat as their content strategist, which was a very wonderful experience that guided me to where I am today. Then
Hmm.
for Metaverse, where I worked at Metaverse was more of a content strategy as well, and content development in general. So I had a 4 to 6 team members under me that I
Hmm.
supervise from content idea generation, buyer personnel to the, the first stages of marketing from top funnel, bottom funnel, middle funnel. So those those track record gained me a lot of insights in blockchain technology in general, the use case, because I, I am a, I am a strong believer of crypto education.
Hmm.
So I strongly believe everyone needs to be educated about the use case of this technology. Yeah, people want to make money, but it's not actually about that. It's about let's understand the use case of blockchain technology. Because with this, we will change the world. I believe Web3 will change the world with time. So now the CMO of Trezor, which I'm now leading a talented team of marketing professionals that is dedicated to promoting the Trezor brand and helping more people recover their lost items using our industry leading technology. It's an incredible, rewarding experience as well. Because to be able to help people find their lost items while also contributing to the growth and adoption of this exciting technology, that's something I've actually dreamed about, hoped, and worked on, which is now
You're one
coming
of the
into a
founding
reality.
members.
So
Are you one of the founding members of Trezor, or
no, I'm
you
not a
just
one of
joined
family
it?
members. Funny enough, I joined Trezor as a content strategist
Oh, okay.
before my role moved to the CMO.
Fantastic. Climb the
Yeah.
ladder quite quickly. Yeah.
That,
You know, I I
that's
yeah,
supposed to.
I can imagine. I mean, I read your white paper. You're a white paper expert. I read your white paper of Bit Nordics, right? It was quite good. It was very good. So my question is,
Thank
what do
you.
you think in terms of users' attraction towards the project, like fundraising, tokenomics, and various other things before writing a white paper? What goes inside your mind during writing a white paper? It's important for us to understand. For me, as a journalist, I scan through a lot of white papers. For the investors, they look at it from a different perspective. I want to get your perspective. Who writes the white papers?
First, thank you for the compliment. Well, when writing a white paper, I believe and I think it is of my belief that it is very important to consider the target audience and their level of technical knowledge before writing a white paper. It's not actually about using the big terms, the big technology on crypto, like the word interoperability, ambiguity, all these Web3 languages where a layman cannot understand. Because yes, the audience are there, the investors are there, but in general, the white paper is for the blockchain enthusiasts. So
Hmm.
if you get them lost at the initial stage, you have lost it, because a white paper best describes a project's technical details and business proposition. So it is important to strike a balance between being informative and accessible. So regarding the user's attractions, as you mentioned, towards a project, I believe it is important to clearly articulate the value proposition, which is, I always mention that value proposition, it is very essential in the white paper writing, and how the project solves a real world problem or provides a unique benefit, because
Hmm.
this can include, because this is very essential. If you miss this point, you have lost the readers, you have lost the investors, you have lost the stakeholders in your project in general. So in this section of attraction, and this is where you discuss the team's expertise, the project's potential for growth, and the competitive landscape. So if you miss this option, there's no need of going into fundraising, because if you meet
Hmm.
the technical know-how, the intricacies of articulating the value proposition, the fundraising is you're wasting your time, because as for fundraising, it is always a goal of a white paper to raise funds. So it is clearly important to outline the tokenomics and how the
Hmm.
token will be used within the ecosystem, which is very
Hmm.
essential. Because in this section is where you talk about the token supply, distribution, utility, and other incentives for token holders. Then
Hmm.
during the white paper process, this is where I love most as a white paper writer. As a writer, yes, I'm still a writer. I enjoy writing. I enjoy writing in the crypto niche. It's sweet, it's lovely, it's soothing to me. So during the white paper writing process, it is important to keep a clear, concise structure. A clear and concise structure is vital, while also including all relevant information. Yeah. If you have any information that could help the investors or the blockchain enthusiasts make informed decision, cite it on the white paper, include it, hyperlink, refer to relevant sources for them to gather more information about what you are trying to build in your project. So I typically start with an overview of the project and its goals, followed by a detailed discussion of the technical details, tokenomics, and business model.
Hmm.
It is important and essential to include any relevant legal or regulatory considerations. Very, very important, because You don't know you don't know where your audience or your stakeholders, investors are coming from. They could be in a country that is against these rules. So you have to state it. You have to use a disclaimer. You need it to abide by the rules of each country. So while writing a white paper, it requires a deep understanding of the project, its goals, and ability to communicate complex technical details in an accessible way. So for me, when writing a white paper, I aim to effectively communicate the project's vision and value proposition clearly and concisely, while also providing the necessary technical details to support the project's implementation and adoption.
Gotcha. For community, though, right? Because that's the ultimate goal, right?
Yeah,
Community
yeah,
is at
exactly.
the core of Web3. It's also at the core of your business at the moment,
Yeah.
Trezor. So community comes through adaptability and feasibility. In terms of adaptability, how much adoption are you expecting till 2025? It is also a little complex for the general users to use. So how much more feasible do you think Web3 will become in the future, particularly from the context of Trezor?
Wow. This is an interesting question because I love community building and Web3. I love it so much because that is the bedrock of a project. That is the bedrock of Web3 in general. Community is the future of Web3. So I think the future of Web3 and crypto adoption is bright, is bright here because with time we have a huge adoption, which is something that is foreseeable and achievable with time. So when it comes to adaptability in general, I expect a lot of growth and progress in the coming years. I do because it's no secret that crypto blockchain technology have come a long way since the inception of crypto. We have come a long way, and we are just. I believe we are just getting started. Or let me use the term: we are just scratching the surface of what is possible. Because in crypto there is endless possibility. Like considering the rise of DeFi, decentralized finance, non-fungible tokens, and other exciting developments, I expect more and more people to jump on the Web3 adoption.
Hmm.
So
How much? How much has it
when we
people
talk
been
about the
adopted?
feasibility, yeah, very, very adoption. I believe that a huge adoption because when you talk about the feasibility, yes, when it comes to feasibility, I still believe that we still have some work to do
Hmm.
because the truth is crypto can be a little intimidating to the average user. Yeah, because not everybody understands the term blockchain in general. That's why I always clamor about blockchain education. It is very important if we are to gain the adoption we are looking for. Because it's like someone that is used to driving a car and you move the person from driving a car to a spaceship. Without the proper education, you cannot drive a spaceship.
Hmm.
So you need to also learn how to transition from driving a car to driving a spaceship. So it's the same thing with crypto. So we need to teach people the onboarding process. That is where we have to teach people how to transition from Web 2 to Web 3, which is where I believe that the community is very essential.
Hmm.
And the crypto community in general is working hard, which I see, to make Web3 more user friendly and accessible. Yeah,
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah.
Hmm.
Because I like to think, I always like to use this notion when I'm explaining Web3 to day-to-day blockchain enthusiasts. Like I see Web3 like a new restaurant. When it first opens, it may be confusing and overwhelming to some people to go to that restaurant. Like, ah, this restaurant I'm going. I don't know how the food will taste. Don't know how good is the burger. Don't know how good is the services. But as you go there more often and try different dishes, you start to feel more comfortable and familiar with the restaurant. And eventually you might become a regular customer and bring your friends along. So I think that is the same with Web3 because I think that Web3 will become more feasible in the future as more people get involved and start using crypto in their daily lives. We will see more user friendly interfaces, simplified processes, and better overall accessibility.
Hmm. Can you give it a little bit more context, as in with the numbers of Trezor? How big is the community right now for Trezor, the database?
Database. In a database, in general, we have up to 5,000
Hmm. That's
database,
good enough.
and we have about ranging from 300 to 400 finders.
And how long have you been in business? When did you start?
Trezor.
When did you guys
Trezor
start?
started
Yeah.
2021.
Okay, that's reasonable enough. 2021 to 2000, so almost like 2 years. So within 2 years, that's a decent amount of community. It's organic. And again, as you said, adoption is definitely an issue. What strategies did you use? I mean, a lot of people, budding entrepreneurs are probably going to look into this podcast. They want to understand if they could, you know, take some tips, tricks from you to onboard their own community. So give us a a hint. Did you guys use Twitter? Did you guys use Twitter Spaces? Did you guys use Discord? What was your strategy for acquisition?
Well, funnily, we have not used Twitter Space before. We have never. Our growth is more organic. We have hardly used a paid influencer, but
Mhm.
those are places we are working on to get more traction, to get more people, to get the word across to people to know about this project, what we
Mm.
offer, and so you can join the community and be a plan. So and be a part of this interesting blockchain technology. So when it comes to our strategy, we focus mainly on crypto education, educating people about the blockchain technology engineering through Twitter posts, LinkedIn posts. That's where we focus mainly on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Those three are our
Okay.
three main objectives at the moment. With time, we expand because we are now hiring new team members to guide us, new marketing team members to guide us on the marketing aspect of the of the project in general. So we use more of LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram, and we focus mainly on education, crypto education,
If you
educating
could give
people
us an
about crypto
example,
project in general.
if you could give a
Like
bit of example of sort of education you give. For example, what did you talk about, like generic information like different kinds of wallets and all of that, or do you do step by step tutorials on how to use your platform or other platforms? What sort of education are we talking about here?
okay, in general, we talk about Web3 in general, where we discuss about the safety, the safety of your
Hmm.
product, why you need, like, where we explain and streamline the process of finding your projects, finding your lost items. This is what we do. This is how we do it. This is how we can help you. Because
Hmm.
everyone has lost a personal items once in their life, which they have recovered or they have not recovered, and they're still looking for it. So we know the problem is there. So
Hmm.
we are providing the solution to you through crypto education. telling you how to keep your how to keep first we teach about safety and precaution, how to safeguard your personal belongings when you are in public, how to safeguard your personal
Mm.
belongings, whether in the airport, wherever you are, how to safeguard, where to keep it, how to be sure, how to be mainly we focus on safety and security.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah, because
Gotcha.
even though we are a lost and found blockchain network, we are not happy that people
Yeah.
are losing their
Your
personal
your service is your service is niche down, but you can create awareness around it because in the end of the day, people
exactly.
would love to get the security angle. That's why they're gonna trust you. In the end of the day, I've seen a lot of people doing clubhouse rooms and Twitter spaces on these topics, and you guys would be a great fit. We'll talk after this. Revise the marketing strategy with the CMO. How you go? All right.
That's
So artificial intelligence. I mean, everywhere I go, people are talking about it. I'm sure you also have heard of this craze of different artificial intelligence tools. It's been something that taken over the world by storm. For example, ChatGPT, right? So you're also a content writer. Do you think AI will replace such creative jobs? You put a hole in the creator's pocket. I'm talking about in the terms of creator economy here.
okay. No, the current boss on the industry now is AI, artificial intelligence, ChatGPT 3, ChatGPT 4, Google Bard. Everybody is now integrating AI to their projects to streamline
Mm,
working process and workflow to ensure more productivity. So I believe AI has the potential to enhance and streamline the content creation process. So AI will give more time for creators to focus on the creative aspects of their work. So I always tell my fellow content creators, don't be afraid of AI. Instead, embrace it. Because think of it this way: AI is like a smart hammer that you can use to to hammer a nail or make a project, a job easier and more efficient. But it cannot build a house on its own. So
mm,
just like AI that assists, just like the hammer needs someone, a human being or another machine, whatever, to apply the use case of that hammer. So AI cannot do that on its own. So just like AI can assist
absolutely.
content creators in generating ideas. So let me use writers for example. AI can assist them in generating content ideas, develop a marketing plan, develop a content strategy, proofreading and editing, which
Mm,
also needs a human touch at the end. But it still requires a human creativity to come up with a unique and engaging content.
mm,
So
mm, mm.
there is something special about human creativity that AI can never replicate. Never.
Could you give a couple of examples in the context of Trezor because it is a unique solution to an already not so unique problem using blockchain technology? What do you like? Do you use ChatGPT to create social media posts? Do you create a lot of educational content? Do you use AI quite a lot?
No, we haven't used AI at Trezor. We have never. We have an in-house writer. We have in-house writers that mainly focus on content creation. I help develop ideas, brainstorm ideas, also help with the writing process. So we have never used AI in general, but we are
Wow.
not saying AI. We are not going about and going against AI, which with time, as the team progress, as the workload increase, we have to integrate AI. Yeah,
Okay, but
because
for now you're not.
if you need to move forward, move at a pace, you need help. So you can't actually
Right.
do it away. So let me use this analogy now.
Sure.
For example, with AI in general, I see AI like think about it this way. AI is the difference between a home cooked meal and a microwave dinner.
Mm-hmm.
The microwave dinner may be quicker and more convenient for you at the moment, but it still does not beat the love and effort put in a homemade dish.
Mm.
So, so I believe why AI may certainly make huge progress in recent years. I don't think it will completely replace human creativity anytime soon.
It probably won't because humans are needed. Human beings are not disposable in terms.
And
I mean,
yeah,
this
yeah,
is
they
the
have
new
disposable.
age. Industrial revolution has come to a different edge a couple of years ago. I gotta have to ask about another phenomenon, NFTs, right? NFT is an ever-growing market with a market cap of 769 million as per CMC.
That's
So
rich.
NFT, like more loot or other deed BYC, there are top ones, but they're very volatile. Donald Trump came with his NFT collection, it was 98% down one day. A week later, it was 200% up. That's crazy. I mean, right? Everybody's coming up with their NFT collection. It's almost as if seems right. So, do you think there is a place for ordinals in this market? Bitcoin is coming up with the Bitcoin ordinals, which is NFTs based on Bitcoin blockchain. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, as you mentioned, there are some pretty impressive projects at the top of the market, at the top of the NFT market at the moment, like Other Did, Board 8 Yacht Club, as you mentioned. But just like there are different, but just like there are different breeds of cats or dogs, I believe there is room for different types of NFT projects in the market. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's think of NFT as like a zoo where you have lions, tigers, bears, giraffes, zebras, and all kinds of animals. Each animal is unique and brings something different in the table. So I don't see that different from NFT and NFT projects. Each NFT project has its own unique quality and attracts a different audience. So, like for example, now more loot may appeal to treasure hunters. Boy Aid Yacht Club may appeal to high society club, high class people. Because people see when you own a boy age yacht club, you are part of the high
Yeah,
class on the
elitist.
NFT.
Yeah,
Now,
gotcha.
someone that is after treasure hunting on the NFT project has nothing to do with a body age app NFT. They'll go to more, they go to more loot, which is exactly what they need. Now you see, more loot now have their own audience created with their own unique use case. So when it comes to ordinals, as you said, I believe ordinal will brings, or I think they're bringing a different vibe to the NFT system. So to answer your question, definitely there is a place for ordinals in NFT market, as long as they offer something special and unique. Collectors will be eager to add them in their portfolios. So if with the right team marketing strategy, they will make a splash in the NFT market.
Hmm. In December 2022, MetaMask was in news for storing the IP addresses of many users. Data privacy has been a major concern in this industry. So, how is Trezor tackling this issue to safeguard users' data? Because you mentioned privacy in the beginning of the podcast. So, if you could expand on the information security aspect of it all.
Yeah. Well, as you mentioned, MetaMask and their security issue. MetaMask data privacy. Let me say that data privacy is a huge concern in the crypto world because we are dealing with people and most times personal data. And it is important to ensure their personal information stays private and secure. So,
Hmm.
as you mentioned, MetaMask, when they made headlines regarding storing users' IP addresses, this is not something we want to be doing at Trezor because
Hmm.
we believe that our users' data belongs to them, not to us, and we take responsibility to protect their data very serious. So at Trezor, we don't store any unnecessary information about our users. We only collect what we need to provide our services and ensure that everything we collect is encrypted. I said encrypted and secured. So we also use best-in-class security protocols and technologies to ensure that our users' data is safe from prying eyes. So that's why we are using Polygon. So,
Hmm.
so one importantly, we believe in transparency. That's what Trezor believes in transparency because transparency is key to building a user trust. So Trezor is always open and honest about our data collection practices. So we always ensure that our users understand exactly what information we are collecting and why. So our technology is very easy to understand because we are using the layer 2 Polygon blockchain technology to store and transmit all data on the platform. So achieving high security and ensuring it is tamper proof and forgery proof is our utmost priority.
Gotcha. Final question of the podcast. All right. You have a dynamic team. You yourself are joining in from Nigeria, which is a beautiful country, and it's always on the news about its CBDC, e-naira, and Nigeria is one of those surprising countries like Cyprus and Israel. Okay, it makes sense. Nigeria, Cyprus, and these countries coming out there in the Web3 space like so strong. You guys have a strong entrepreneurial spirit over there. So I want you to comment on this. What's the current status of Nigeria's startup ecosystem and how is it geared towards Web3? Also, could you, in the context of Trezor, could you tell us how should an ideal Web3 work culture should be like? Should it be fast paced? Should it be welcoming? Should it be community based? Because you're building something unique over here. And the other entrepreneurs, people watching you from Nigeria or other places, they might take notes because they want to build their work culture, they want to build their community. So, your tips and tricks for those people.
Okay. Like I said, community is the bedrock of Web3. Like I made a post today on my LinkedIn and Twitter pages pertaining to this particular topic about community on how to start and build a thriving Web3 community. I just it's not up to 2 hours ago where I released the post to my audience on LinkedIn and Twitter as well. So from when it comes to Web3 in general, I always tell people to find a niche when it comes to Web3. You don't have to be on crypto, you don't have to be on DeFi, NFT. metaverse, wherever there is a green light, you are there. Wherever there is another hype, you move to that hype. So you have to find a niche within the Web3 ecosystem that excites you the most. Because I use that word excite, and that you are passionate about. Because you cannot be passionate about the DeFi ecosystem and you are building a project on the metaverse ecosystem.
Mm.
You will lose interest with time. So if you're passionate about the DeFi
Niche
ecosystem,
down.
build a project around DeFi, build a community around that, whether it's NFT, DeFi, gaming, hone in on what you love and become an expert in that space. One, then two, you start to offer value. All this I'm saying revolves around Web3 community, because community is the benchmark of ecosystem. Without a community, your product is not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because you need a strong communities, a strong believers. Like I use this project, for example, SRP. SRP has a strong community and strong believers. If SRT does not have such community that they have now, that project should have been dead by now, with all the court case, all the files, all the problems around them way back 2021. Well,
Exactly.
that's still strong. And
SEC
they're
has
not
been trying to
gradually
destroy.
seeing through the dark ages. Yeah. So you need a strong community, one. And in your community, you need to embrace diversity. Because
Mm.
the Web3 project is made up of people from all over the world, from all walks of life, with a diverse backgrounds and perspectives. So you have to celebrate diversity and create an inclusive environment that welcomes everyone, no matter your religion, no matter your region, no matter your language, no matter where you are welcome in Web3. You need such a community to strive. Now, within your community, you need to imbibe collaboration. You need it, because collaboration brings more effort. Because when they collaborate with people, you can easily reach out to other community leaders and work together to create even more value for your project. Because when you have collaborative committee members, they can easily throw in ideas for you where you are losing. They can easily throw in ideas and tell you one or two of where they think this project should be going, what they think this project should do better to serve the audience better. So, and I always tell people to think beyond the internet, because while online communities are a crucial part of the Web3 ecosystem, we don't have to forget about in-person events. You can host a meetups, a conference, and other events to bring your community members together and build a very strong connections with them.
Gotcha. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Trezor team are definitely making a mark on this on a problem-solving based utilities of Web3 economy. I mean, they're trying to do a lot of good work. So you guys have to try to support them a bit. Go ahead and their social links is down below in the description. So make sure you check them out and send some love to the Trezor community and maybe try them out as well. There you have it. Welcome and goodbye.
Thank you.
And there.